Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Ayuen here, and it's weekend review. And what else to say? Another weekend, another Manchester United loss. And this brings us up to 16 losses in the Premier League this season. And we are as hopeless as it can get right now. Honestly, at this point, there's no anger. Just bitter disappointment, just hoping for the season to end right now and just end the season. We want this nightmare to be over with, because I don't know if we're ever going to win again in the Premier League. And considering the lineup that we put out, virtually signal that we have gave up on the Premier League, and all our chips have been put or placed in the Europa League basket right now. And that is the only saving grace that we have left, is that we are still in the Europa League. Because, again, what is it that they say about the Premier League season? We lose every week. It's becoming a habit now that we lose every single week. We haven't won a game in nearly 2 months in the Premier League. And I don't know what it is. They're working at the training ground, but it's not translating. It's absolutely not translating, because this place look as clueless as they did before. So I'm just hoping the Premier League season ends just now and we don't have to endure another loss, and hoping, and I say hoping, that the preseason Ruben Amorim is able to improve some of these players and to show us that we could be better next season. Because right now there is, and I say there is no evidence to suggest the next season is going to be better. Because game after game, it looks like we do not have ideas how to score. We're conceding goals and only wins in the Europa League when it's chaos. Every single game that we have won in the Europa League, especially under Ruben Amorim, it's chaos. Once we abandon the principle and we start playing with chaos, we win. It wasn't until we were 2-0 down against Lyon that we started playing. It wasn't until we cut all the comebacks for this Brentford game. It wasn't until we are 4-1 down that we start playing. And at that point, all the positioning, all the system, all of that went out of the window, and everybody else just freestyle. Ahmad, Garnacho, they're all freestyling when they score their goals. And at this point of the season, we should see at least a strong resemblance of a system. Regardless who played there, the system and the structure is still there. On what we have been watching lately, which is just, to me, it's a shambolic and it's a bitter end to the season. I'm not calling for my manager to be sacked. Just don't get me wrong. And I ain't ranting either, because there's no point of ranting at this time. What I'm saying is that Ruben Amorim is the only manager that's I've ever been given 27 games as a free hit without any consequences whatsoever, without any accountability, without any criticism, without any responsibility. Because every single time some of us fans pointed out that, are we literally giving this manager a free hit? People say, no, it's not necessarily that. But then what is it? Because objectively speaking, we have been horrific since he took over. Only relegating team, what do you call it? Switch, Southampton and Leicester City and West Ham have less points since Ruben Amorim took over than us. 3 of those teams have been confirmed to be relegated. The other one is West Ham, sitting in 17th place. Those are the only teams that have won less points than us, or won less games since Ruben Amorim came. Every single other manager have won more games than Ruben Amorim since he took over. And he took over with only 11 games already been played. So we virtually gave him 27 games just as a free hit. And we dissolve him of all the responsibilities to actually improve the players, improve the situation. But none of that has happened. There's no improvement of any player that you can mention. There is no improvement of the team structure, other than that we just look a little bit more compact, but we're conceding more goals. We have more possession, but we're conceding more goals, which does not make sense. I'd rather take a system where we look wide open, but we don't concede goals, than a system that makes us seem compact, but we're conceding more goals. We are scoring even less goals than before, which this is not completely on him, but still we was expecting an improvement. Not a major improvement, a slight improvement that will show me, given a preseason, given a few additions to the squad that suit this particular way of playing, we can see something from Ruben Amorim. But with the lack of clear improvement in the team, as slight as it possibly is, how is it that we can sit here as fans and expect next season to be better simply because we're going to add some new players when there is no evidence to suggest otherwise? When Arteta took over Arsenal, his run to the FA Cup final was incredible. Played some very good football and some very bad football. But there was contrast, a lot of good football that you can clearly see his idea and what could possibly come, and some very bad football. And we can, without doubt, can say that Ruben Amorim inherited a much better squad than Arteta did. But with Arteta, you can at least see what was to come. He adapted. At one point, he even played like the three-in-the-back system because he had so many defenders at the time. And Saka played a wing-back and ended up turning Saka into a right winger and one of the best in the world right now. But you could see his idea, adapting from three-in-the-back to the four-in-the-back. The same thing with Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp's his first Liverpool team was incredible in terms of like get some very good results, and then they lost some very bad games. But there were an uptick trajectory for them. It was going up. You can tell, given more players or better players, the situation is going to improve because he had managed to improve some of the bad players we already have. That has not materialized with Ruben Amorim. In fact, not a single player has improved under him. And don't give me Bruno or Amad Diallo, because Amad Diallo to me is more like just given a chance to play. Bruno Fernandes is getting better, but Bruno Fernandes is still not playing to the optimal level of we know Bruno Fernandes could play. And nobody else in the team has improved. In fact, everybody else has regressed. So yeah, I think we are resigned to giving this manager a free hit. For all of those people who disagree with me, I just want you guys to admit it that we have gave the manager a free hit, a 27-game free hit where he can do pretty much whatever he wants. It does not matter the results. We can keep losing. It does not matter because that's essentially what we gave Ruben Amorim. It's a free hit. 27 games to just do whatever he want to do. Because if you are expecting him to improve the squad and improve the team along the way, he hasn't done that. And the excuse is that he doesn't have his own players. And that narrative to me is like crazy. It's idiotic because football has never been this. Some of the greatest managers to ever coach this beautiful game adapted to what they have until they get something better than what they have, and then you see what they're capable of. I don't trust somebody to say that I can make a gourmet meal, but I have to have a particular set of ingredients. I just want you to make an edible meal of what you have right now. Once I give you what you require to make a gourmet meal, then you can make a gourmet meal. But right now, I just want you to make something edible. Ruben Amorim hasn't done that. In fact, it's trying to poison us, fan, because not only have we gotten worse, actually we have gotten worse. Yeah, that's my take on the weekend games. And like to me, there's no point of getting angry. There's no point of ranting. Let's just see what happens next season. Maybe I'll be completely wrong and that he turned this around and miraculously we are good next season. Or I'm turn out to be right and we are back in the same position next season. Time will tell. So right now, I just want the season to be over with so we can go on to better and all good things. Other than that, yeah, and with taking any meaning of the rest of the games. So when it comes to Europa League, which is to me, it's a catalog feature of its own. As shocking as we have been in the Premier League, we have equally been shockingly good in the Europa League. It's unexplainable because we are still undefeated in this competition. I don't get it, how one team could be so bad in one competition and so good in that competition. Not so good, but like up to where nobody's challenging them. So we've been good in the Europa League, and right now is we going to the second leg of the the semifinals against Athletic Bilbao. Right now, I know we are leading 3-0, and we should be confident. But this is still a very dangerous team. The Athletic Club Bilbao is still a very dangerous team. And if we are to go through, we have to be compact, we have to be diligent and not leave too much spaces, and do not turn this into a basketball game. Just keep the ball, recycle it if you need to between the back three. If you want to play back five, I don't mind. Let's not push our wingers so high up where the space behind them can be exploited by players like Nico Williams and Inika Williams, the Williams brothers. Because with the Williams brothers, because with their pace and power, they can really hurt us. And the first 15 minutes are going to be very crucial in this game. The first 15 minutes at Old Trafford are going to be the most crucial 15 minutes in Manchester United history. Because if we let Athletic Bilbao score in the first 15 minutes, it's going to be hell. So we need to make sure we come out of the block, we keep the ball, we suppress them, we don't let them gain momentum in the game. And no matter what, do not let them score the first goal. And do not especially let them score in the first 15 minutes, because that will be a recipe for disaster. My prediction is that we come out and we'll make it as boring as possibly we can. Just take the life out of the game. Make it the most boring game of football ever. That's what I want. Kill the game, take extra time kicking the goal kick. When you're doing throwing, take extra time, ask referee some stupid question, make you go back and all of that. Just waste time from jump. Do not attempt to play. Waste time from jump. Just create as much frustration as you can against them. Make them so frustrated that we might end up getting another red card. So that's my plan. Make the game boring, stay compact, do not give up spaces, and whatever you do, do not give up an early goal, and we could go through to the final. And that's how we're going to go through. Thank you guys for watching my channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and please share this video with your friend. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.